Hi everyone. In this video, we'll see what is the stability of the floating bodies. In the previous videos, we have understood what is metacenter, what is the importance of metacenter in case of the floating bodies, and how the metacentric height is determined by experimentally as well as analytically. Now, today we'll see how this stability of a floating body will be dependent on the metacenter. Now, we consider any floating body. So I'll consider a floating body. Okay, so this is the normal axis, so which is flow in the floating condition. This is the center of gravity. This is the center of buoyancy, where both are lying on the neutral axis. Now what I'll do is I just tilt this body or give an small angular displacement such that the body will be tilted and occupies the new position. Okay, so this normal axis will also tilt. So this is the center of gravity. Now the force of buoyancy will be shifting to the new point B1. So this already told why this force of buoyancy shift when the body is tilted. It is angular displacement given in clockwise direction. Now you consider this as the force of buoyancy. If I extend the line of action of force of buoyancy, it will meet at the point M. This is metacenter. At the point G, the weight of the body is acting. Correct. Now you observe, I have given an angular displacement in the direction clockwise direction. So this buoyancy force and the weight will form an couple in the anti-clockwise direction, means this will form an what? Restoring couple. This will form what? Restoring couple. So this direction is what? Clockwise. So this create a restoring couple. This body will come back to the original position. This type of equilibrium, what we call it as an stable equilibrium. Okay, so same like the submerged case, in floating bodies also there are three types of equilibrium: stable, unstable, and what? Neutral. The stable equilibrium is the one when the metacenter lies above the center of gravity. The body will regain its the original position. Therefore, this type of equilibrium is called a stable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium is occurs when metacenter M above G. The stable equilibrium means the metacenter M above G is the stable equilibrium. Now we'll see what is unstable equilibrium. I'll consider the same body. Okay, so same the floating body. I'll consider this is the neutral axis, free surface. This is center of gravity, center of buoyancy, both lying on the normal axis. Now I tilt this body or give an angular displacement. Okay, so now this is the free surface. Now this is point G, this is point B, the new point, the center of buoyancy, I'll take it as B1. The G is the point where the weight is acting. I'll give an clockwise rotation. This is center of buoyancy where the force of buoyancy is acting. I'll extend this, will meet the normal axis at point M. This M is what? Metacenter. Now this metacenter is lying below the point G. Okay, now you observe this both. This is acting downwards, this is acting upwards. This will form and what? The couple in the same direction or in the clockwise direction only. You are given an angular displacement in clockwise direction because of the shifting of the center of buoyancy. Shifting of the center of buoyancy, the couple will be formed. That couple will also moving in the same direction, having the same direction, that is the clockwise direction only, means this body will never come back to the original position. This type of equilibrium is known as unstable equilibrium. Okay, this is known as unstable equilibrium. So when actually the unstable equilibrium occurs, when metacenter lies below G. This is the second type of equilibrium when the meta center lies below the G. The third case is what we call it as the neutral equilibrium. Third case is neutral equilibrium. So this will occur when meta center M coincides with G. Coincides with G. When meta center coincides with G, that type of equilibrium is neutral equilibrium. At this point, what happens is, since both M and G at the same point, even though you give an angular displacement, there will be no couple will be formed. Therefore, that type of equilibrium is neutral equilibrium. There are three different equilibriums in case of floating bodies also. One is stable equilibrium. This will occur when meta center lies above the center of gravity G. The second one is unstable equilibrium when the meta center lies below the center of gravity G. The third case is a neutral equilibrium. This is occurs when the meta center will coincides with the G. Okay. Thank you.